3 a.m. in the morning. His body's laying all over the floor. And I don't remember how they got there. I guess I must have killed them. Killed them. Woo! It's 3 a.m. in the morning. His body's laying all over the floor. I don't remember how they got there. I guess I must have peeled them. Mealworm. 3 a.m. in the morning. It's more like 4 a.m. in the morning. It's more like 4:35 in the morning, right? It's 4:28. I don't think I'm gonna find my tripod anywhere close to me. How come Irish accents are only possible if you're a little bit sick with a coldy? And we got cold to have a Irish accent. I don't remember how they got there, but I guess I must have healed them. Sleepy. Fuck you, man. Come on, man. Don't be like that, man. Just set up really nice and easy, man. For once in my life, man. Please. Shine that light on me. I'm gonna try for the first time in my life. I've never done this ever in my entire life. Get that through your thick skull. I've never slept with my head outside the blanket except for when I was with girls. And then I would be fine and I could fall asleep. But I never arrested. I will not be arrested because I'm not trespassing. I'm at a church. You're not going to trespass the guy sleeping in his car to church, will you, church? Because I'll say, let me shovel, please. I just want to learn more about how to live in spirit because I can't function. In the middle of the night, when I close my eyes, there's demons always attacking me, spirits of all kinds, always messing with me, trying to gain control and harvest my life force. I don't know how to deal. They got a major hold on me, man. I'm trying to break free. Please help. I'm not an addict. This was forced onto me. My average monthly expenses are $200 a month, which means $45. Well, it's more like 50-50 for phone service. And then before I had the car, somehow I would spend $150 a month. I usually bought 3 packs of smokes back in the day a month. So that was 60. 60, 110. So I'd spend $90, which makes sense. Because at the end of the month, $10 a day, 9 days. That's all my money went to. January, I spent $700. And I don't know what I spent it on. I know I haven't been eligible for food stamps. God, Italian women are so hot. I want to grab a fistful of Italian woman hair. The dark-skinned Italians. 20-year-old dark-skinned Italians at the college, man. They're fucking... They're a bunch of demonic meanies, man. I'm running low on Riz. I should probably put my donation link. Fuck it, we'll see if they subscribe. They don't know what I look like. I should have put homeless. I don't remember how I got there. This shit. Look, I don't think this is gonna work. I have to try Pizzle. Do you accept donations? Oh yeah, I'm homeless, bro. I've got a Cash App, GoFundMe, PayPal, Venmo, Chime. All that, man. I'm trying to fix my wheel hubs so that I can get closer to getting a gym membership and then being worthy of love, basically. And I have a bunch of songs I've made. I'm trying to eventually get a studio, and I wrote a bunch of TV shows I want to animate. And then I want to travel and go to homes. I want to get around animals. I think that'll fix a lot of things about my life. If I can get around like a deer and just, when I live out in the woods, everything's much better. Like when I'm running around with the deer and the raccoons and and chasing foxes around and hanging out with the birds and feeding them. The only problem is violence. People see that I don't pay rent and that I'm technically squatting on private property even though I'm half native, and they take their shit out on me. So that feeling of unsafety really fucks with you. And then I've really degraded a lot being a stray animal for the past 4 years. It's really fucked me up. But the world has changed, man. I close my eyes now and I can see the Truman Show. I can see all the different aliens trying to fuck with me and the demonic things. When I leave these church parking lots, like we're in Revelations. You can see on my channel the past few days, I wake up if I'm not in a church lot, I'll wake up in a parking lot and I'll see a demon in spirit. I'll literally see it and it's torturing me, and then I look up and there's somebody shooting up heroin or fucking stomping around my car, or just like a normal like 9 to 5er that's just gone off the deep end and he's going psycho and freaking out, and they're always twitching. And then everyone was like, no, you're fucking crazy, oh my god, I don't believe you. And then the next day I woke up and there was somebody twitching in a car next to me in an empty parking lot, and they hung up a t-shirt with a demon on it that says I'm back, and they're right next to my car twitching, staring at me through the window with the t-shirt hanging over the window. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? So I had to escape and I fled to a church lot, and nobody's bothered me since. But yeah, I have a Cash App, Chime, Venmo, GoFundMe. It's all in my channel bio. I should have put it on this one, but people don't do it, man. They just tell me how much better than me they are because they have a home. And I'm like, I've never had a home, man. I was basically an orphan. My sophomore year, I slept locked in a room the size of a closet, pretty much, at the Brattleboro retreat for like 9 months. Before that, I was in a homeless shelter for kids. And then afterwards, I got in a foster home, and then he quit. So then I went into another homeless shelter for kids. And then but I always worked. I worked 3 jobs through high school when I could. I was a primary closer at Dunkin'. I worked as a dishwasher for a food truck, and I worked at Walgreens. Like, people call me a freeloading bum all the time. I'm like, no, I worked for most of my life. Like, I'm 26, but even when I had a brain injury, like I had a bad TBI, I still worked at a bagel place and a deli, and I worked at another one. Dude, what was my third job? I know I got 3 jobs and they didn't work out because I couldn't function. because of the TBI. Started out at the Works, and I don't remember what happened at the Works. And then I moved to the Vermont Country Deli, and I just couldn't function. I tried. But then I did a couple years of walking 10 miles on the track every day, reading a bunch of books, making music all day, resting, in and out of psychosis for 2 years, trying to make it work. And then when I made money on crypto, and I got a car, and then I became the top dasher in Plattsburgh, New York, and I would work 16-hour days. I can't get people that will hire the homeless guy. I drove all the way to New York City to get my birth certificate. Once I got this car from shoveling snow and a GoFundMe that nobody donated to on the YouTube, but um, the people the board of directors at a local music hall donated to the GoFundMe, and I still owe them $840. And I've applied to 63 jobs, and I haven't gotten anyone that's willing to try. But somebody's saying that maybe a farm might need help at a dairy farm. So I'm here in a small city. I applied to Domino's, I applied to FedEx, I asked around churches, asked at Walmart, asked at the dollar store, and they said, we'll take a look at it. They're not going to get back to me. But here there's a public shower, and I have a quarter tank of gas, which means that and I have bad wheel bearing, I have a wheel hub that's gonna fucking fall off at some point. So if I go at night and I go under the speed limit, I can take a shower tomorrow, clean all the shit out of the car, and then spend one more day here, and then tomorrow night I'll drive back and then go look for that farm. And then I will be out of options. I will have gone to the entire state asking for work. Oh, the universe is showing me something that somebody had offered me a job in the past. Oh shit. I got like a jump start from God for a second. And I was reminded of a place that needed help delivering for a donation thing for homeless people. So I don't have enough money to get there though. So I'll have to figure that out. I thought I was going to have enough to pay for the wheel hub, but I didn't have enough, so I was like, fuck it, I'll go take a shower and then go back and try to work at the dairy farm. You've been there for 6 years. If you write music, you do well in England. I want to see Ireland. There's nobody here. That person left, but I do want to see Ireland before we have robots and immigration and Agenda 2030 and all that. I am trying to see Ireland before the world changes from technology. Things are going to be much different in a few years. I got my phone to be here, so I used to sleep with my hand like this, and I would pretend that it was another person. I'm not doing well. Some parts. In some ways I'm much better than I was, but I don't know if I'm functioning more or if I've just given up on my dreams and I'm just settling. So I'm functioning better because I'm empty, I guess. I'm at a point now where I can't really think about the next move Because when I try to hold the focus and like think about what I'm gonna do next, it's like it just gets eaten by something. It just gets destroyed, and then I forget what I was even doing. And I'm talking about like just even getting up to go to the front of the car to go clean the car. By the time I get to the front of the car, I've forgotten what I was doing, and I lay back down, and then hours go by, and I was like, what even happened? It was like I sat up to make progress, and then somehow I was just back in the back of the car. I'm homeless. And I love it. If it wasn't for the people that attack homeless people for fun, and the people that live terrible lives, but they see me as a target and they try to bully me, and I'm like, I'm a grown adult man getting bullied, man. Shit is crazy. And if I hadn't been traumatized, it wouldn't bother me at all. I'd be like, these fucking losers. But all the shit that's happened to me now, it's like I'll hear a loud noise, and it's like every bad thing that's ever happened to me just hits me all at once. And I think I should probably see a therapist for that. I miss seagulls, man. I miss hearing seagulls in the morning. I love seagulls. I don't even know what type of bird makes the noises I'm thinking of. But there's these birds that sound fresh. Like black-capped chickadees, sparrows, cardinals, they don't sound fresh. There's a certain bird that has a watery energy to it. And its whistles like make the environment feel fresh. They have like a way better aura, and their energy is more it's like a bird that has the element of water in it in the woods sometimes, that it like harmonizes everything so well. All animals have a role on the planet. They do something for the ecosystem. Like the birds chirp signal to the flowers to bloom. You like loon calls are spooky? I like loons. I've never heard a loon that I can think of. Even though I've been out in the woods for so long, I usually am just curled up in a tent suffering. I'm not gonna lie. Like most of my mental bandwidth would go to like me stuck processing shit that had happened in the past, and I'm like begging God for justice. I saw this bad Italian girl on the live, and she was just shitting on guys about how much they suck and they shouldn't be in the workforce and they shouldn't exist. And she was baiting them, and then I knew she wasn't gay, but she would tell the guys that she was gay so that they would stop. And she was pretty cool. She was calling Taco Bell to get somebody fired because they put like a tiny, tiny ass pinch of cheese in a quesadilla. It was just a tortilla with a pinch of cheese. Like I'll see young girls on YouTube Live, and they've got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of viewers, and they're getting so much money. And then I'll scroll just one video after, and it's just like a 45-year-old African woman that's just praying by herself. And I'm her only viewer, and I'm like, I don't have money, I can't donate. So I just say, I subscribe, much love, keep going. And I scroll on. And then there's a girl you would consider like not very attractive, I guess. And she's only got like 2 viewers, and she's very sad. And I'm like, I don't have the money to support you. I can't save you. I can't bring you all to a homestead and build a new society. They'll kill me. But if I could, I would just drive, pick you all up, bring you all to northern Canada into the mountains, and build a town, and then invite Hawaii, Ireland, Jamaica, and all these places that are going to get destroyed by natural disasters and purchased by BlackRock to become vacation tourist traps. And I just take everyone and save them and bring them to the promised land, and we rebuild after the world gets nuked. So I'm trying, man. Let's start a car, man. You got any money? I got no money, man. I don't even have a computer to look up agricultural grants and then try to find foreclosed buildings and undercut them and uh, sell the contract to a hedge fund to profit, and then take the profit and invest in Cane Corso puppies, and then sell the puppies and just keep pumping out dogs that owners shouldn't have. Nobody should have a Cane Corso, but they go for 5K and they're pretty like people buy them all the time. There should not be Cane Corsos in circulation. Nobody has the time and the intellect to train them correctly. But if they were like, you've got 2 weeks to make $5,000, and I had access to $1,000, I would go flip some puppies. I'd go flip some Cane Corsos. I love Cane Corsos, but I'm thinking at this point in my life, I'm not 22 anymore. I'm 26. Even though I had a brain injury that took 4 years of my life, probably at this point it's been 7 years that I've had the TBI. But now last year I checked and my brain is healed. My brain is fine. It's just residual trauma at this point. And spiritual warfare. What was I saying? Oh, Cane Corso. Yeah, I'd rather get a Black Lab Rottweiler mix at this point. And then a brindle pit bull. How'd you get a TBI? I drove my car 90 miles an hour straight into a telephone pole and the airbag didn't go off. My God spawn camped my son and killed him. And then my friends all did drugs and I lost my friends. They became like zombies and narcissists. I cheated on my girlfriend in the year after senior year. And then I went to chase my dreams and I worked in recording studios and I found out that you have to take acid. You have to do acid and mushrooms and you have to go to the parties, and then really it's just girls that move up because it's just sex trafficking. The industry is just about sex trafficking and Freemason stuff. And I didn't want to do either of that, so I left. And so now I was like, my dreams of doing anything in life have just been not squandered, but it was Hotel California. And I was standing right outside Hotel California, and they were encouraging me to go in, but then I looked in and I saw like cannibals and rapists and demons and shit, and the aliens came down, and I had this huge spiritual awakening where they showed me what was going to happen in the world. I saw people locked in rooms screaming in chaos, and I saw suburban kids across the world drinking a substance that was going to kill them forever, and it was going to be a dead generation just piloted as vessels for something. And then all the kids went on lean, and then we had COVID. So I decided the most perfect thing I could do in my life would probably be to travel. And then trauma, like police brutalities, crazy shit happened to me, man. So then I was out there suffering, and I found value in it. I've been through things and I've seen things that nobody should or could. And I owe who I am at this point to everything that I've been through. It's pretty cool. But when I'm scrolling on the internet And I see all these pretty girls. I'm like, they don't want to be cooped up in the back of the car with me. There's so many people on Earth. It's better if I just curl up. Because I hung myself twice. I jumped off bridges. I took every pill in the medicine cabinet at my girlfriend's grandmother's house. I cut my wrist open and bled out. And I just wake up fine. But then my little brother wakes up one morning and says, they're going to kill me. And then an hour later, he mysteriously dies, on Main Street. And he freezes to death. So, yeah, I've been trying to kill myself for a long time, and it never works. It literally never works, so I stopped. I love being in the back of the car, man. I love being in the woods and being scared of the ghosts out there, the puckwudgies and the weird hooded figures with the deer skulls that phase in and out of reality. Tons and tons of ancestors I get to meet out there, and I think I consistently meet some type of forest god. And there's also this weird, like, green demonic mother that spirits always try to get me to meet, but it's just there's so much fear and darkness coming from that thing, even if it's in the sunlight in some other realm. I don't like it, and I don't like the things that try to encourage me to get closer to that thing, and that, like, it's calling out to me, and I don't like that thing. I don't like the praying mantis aliens, even if they even if they're better than the grays that wear the robes with the elongated skulls. I don't like those things because they don't have emotion. The praying mantises do have some type of emotion, or at least they're very good at stimulating me to experience emotion. No diddy. And I think I only like the cat people because I'm biased. I like the Lyrans. But then I meet myself 1,000 years in the future, and I've got bigger eyes, and I've mastered the vibe that I'm trying to make here. And I explain to myself that I'm a time traveler from outside space and time. And that's why my name is Casey Acacia O'Brien. And I'm a 33 life path born on the 11th. And then usually birds get upset and they start screaming at me coming through the vortex, communicating with me in the woods until that disappears and I feel like I'm empty again. I don't know if they're gonna attack me tomorrow. I'm in a church lot, so I'm hoping that I won't get attacked in the church lot. But I have been here for 24 hours. Nobody's pulled in or anything. It's going to be a Thursday. I don't think people will be here. But I'm going to try to get a shower at the public shower. This will be the third time I've asked them for gas money to get to hunt for jobs. I have made a lot of progress. Not for getting a job because they all said no. But I've expanded my network and I have a greater sense of places I can go to bounce between towns. And it's warming up now. It's not, it used to be, it was like -11 for 2 weeks. And then it would dip to -45. Now it's enough that I can be here and have the windows rolled down a little bit so I can breathe and I won't suffocate myself to sleep like I used to. Like I would wake up in the morning and it would feel like I'm getting Vecna'd like Stranger Things where their eyes roll back in their head. It was like breathing in the CO2 only. You can't think at all, and then your eyes feel like they're permanently like stuck, like almost rolled back in your head. Like I've been passing out from CO2 for the past month. And I brush my hair, I go into jobs, I say, hey, just want to know if you need any help. And they're like, yeah, of course. I'm like, okay, well, I have a lot of goals. I'm working hard. I just moved to the area. And they're like, oh, where'd you move from? And I was like, oh, well, I've been kind of traveling since I was 13. I just don't feel like wasting my income on a box that I barely spend any time in. I'd rather sleep in a bedroom on wheels and save my money to go see how cool the world is. And they're like, that's pretty cool. And then somewhere between that and after I leave, they never get back to me. I call them back, they don't even answer. I'm assuming they find my YouTube channel or they find my arrest record of loiterings and trespassings. Because if you don't work and you stand outside and you just stand there, eventually it becomes criminal. And then you can no longer work at most jobs because AI and background checks have replaced people. So you just put your application in through the system and the system immediately rejects it, and I doubt it even goes to somebody's desk or email. It's all automated. So unfortunately, I have trespassing charges. Dogs. Sorry if that's loud. Let's find my tripod. There it is. But I have a lot of solutions to end homelessness for everybody. Do you not crack the window? Is it too cold? It used to be negative 45 out. If I turn it this way towards my face, and then I should be able... Yeah, I can do that. Who will attack you? The cops, cunts, creeps, crows, and crackheads, man. Chaos and corruption. People who don't live in the system are enemy number one to cops, cunts, creeps, crows, crackheads, chaos, and corruption. If it's not one, it's the other. What are my solutions? Sanctuary plots of land where only one person at a time can go in and out, where you can just sit there and rest with the birds as long as you want. Safe. Instilling an abundance mindset so you no longer need to escape into a world you're creating inside, which usually can only be created by a drug. But I never did those drugs. Then transitioning that to a job where you can use your hands, like shoveling shit or repairing potholes or tending to chickens or shoveling snow or creating trails for horses or petting animals at a humane society or going around cleaning up trash. Stuff where you don't have a boss, because we can't, when you have trauma that degrades yourself, you can't have somebody that has a position above you, because it just seems like a human thing, I guess. But it seems more like a Capricorn-based Saturn-worshipping society thing. The Stanford Prison Experiment, where if you give two people and you give one of them power over the other, 90% of the case, they'll abuse it to make it worse for their subordinate. So I don't like it. I can't take it. But also, I'm trying to build a wagon rickshaw that folds up like a suitcase that you can carry at your side and then folds back out, and it looks like a red and white barn with 3D printed shingles, and it's like 4x9, so you can sleep in it, and then from there the world is your oyster. So you can put solar panels on the top if you want. You could put a hydro generator in there and then just pull up at a river and let it run to a portable power station, and you no longer have cops ripping your tent apart and beating the shit out of you, violating your Fourth Amendment right, and you also give a key to the homeless program. And then I want to get a church van so that homeless people now through an app can go work at the road crew, and instead of holding a sign that says anything helps, they hold a flag that says slow. And then I want to go down to Boston and go to Phoenix Gym and talk to them about opening up a branch in Burlington, Vermont, where, and then I want to go around to towns and put public showers in, and then I want to go put public gyms so that anyone, anywhere, at any time can go work out outside, get a shower, and continue on with their life. And then the only other thing after that is just opening up specific outlets that aren't in like areas where tourists will be, that are respect based, where you can run an electric skillet so that you can cook decent food. And then homeless programs now become basically like all the amenities that you would need from an apartment, but it's managed by an employee. Like there's a bunch of fridges, and the fridges have sections, and you get Walmart delivery with all of your stuff, and that goes into your section, so that you can pull out your peppers and eggs and chicken, and you can go meal prep for your workouts. And then the road crew money, or the farms, the shoveling, all that, half of it goes to the homeless program in a savings account specifically for a car, registration, insurance, gas, and then having a backlog of at least 6 months so that you can get to the next level, which is now traveling, gig work, DoorDash, Instacart, Walmart Spark Delivery, Gigi, Expedite, Uber Eats, Grubhub, Postmates. And I want to do tutorial videos on how exactly I did it, because I was top dasher in Plattsburgh and Burlington. I was the top dasher in Burlington for a little bit. I was the top dasher in Plattsburgh. I was running 2 phones. One was mobile hotspot for the other one, and then I was running 2 different accounts. And eventually I got fired for that because they found out I was running the same social security number to both. But that was back in 2022. And I also got everybody together at the Taco Bell, and I told them all, there's only 5 of us working usually. Don't take the $2.50 orders. Every time it comes through, we're all going to reject it, and that's going to show up on DoorDash, and they're going to bump that up to $6.50. And they bumped it up to $5.50, but at least we got raises. What do you believe in if it's not too personal to ask? I think we're in a TV show for aliens. I think some of us came from the future, some of us came from a past life, some of us came from a different place, some of us are like praying mantis aliens inhabiting these meat vessels, some of us are fucking cats. I think I was a polar bear before this, and I was a native war chief, and I think I was also, Brian Boru is in my blood. I don't know if I was Brian Boru, but the dreams I have are representative of me as a giant with a warhammer that crushed people in battle, and I led people to victory, and I ultimately was defeated by fucking bureaucracy. But I'm a Sagittarius. Ophiuchus. Taurus rising, Saturn and Taurus. If you look at all the different schools of spirituality that have been trying to figure this out for a long time, you'll find a common denominator between every one of these systems, like Bazi, numerology, astrology, your name. And then you find that as an infinite created being having a human experience, you'll find that when you incarnated, you gave yourself hints, whether it was the creator or you. So when you put your Bazi, your numerology, your astrology, and your name together, you'll find the pattern between all of those, and you'll be able to understand who you really are. Like my name means the tree of life, exalted on a hill with power and authority. And I'm a Sagittarius in the 8th house, Jupiter's growth in Scorpio's endurance from the worst circumstances possible. And I'm a Taurus rising, Saturn in Taurus, which means that I have a Venusian vessel that's always attacked if it doesn't build discipline and cut down and have to force to grow, traveling in extreme circumstance. And that literally is all my signs. The Sagittarius, Ophiuchus in 8th house, Sun, Mercury, Pluto. And then I'm just Aquarius, Moon, Mars, Neptune, Uranus in the 10th house of Capricorn. So it means my isolated life will be sort of like a sociopath in another realm, piloting my vessel from beyond and seeing everything logically with no emotion, processing it at the highest level with narrative energies, and my alone time will be as a public figure role, growing over consistency. And then the only other thing is that my Jupiter is in Aries in the 12th house, which means that I'm constantly betrayed by people I think can teach me things, and I have no veil whatsoever between me and spirit. And my name is Casey O'Brien. It means the acacia tree exalted on a hill with authority. And then I'm a 33 life path, born on the 11th, the divine child, master teacher, last life before you transcend completely out of this realm. And the 11 is just, you're the gateway to all other dimensions, like how in Harry Potter, he had to go through King's Cross Station, KC 11-3, and then you have to go to platform 9 3/4. If Aries is 1, Taurus is 2, Gemini is 3, the end of Sagittarius 9 3/4, and that's where you go to the magic realm, where Brian Dumbledore is a Sagittarius and Hagrid is a Sagittarius, and together they build Hogwarts. But it's also it's supposed to be Irish because Irish are the true Israelites. That's why McGonagall and Brian, when Dumbledore in Goblet of Fire, Albus Percival, blah blah blah, and he goes Brian, like he makes a very good note to say that the main name, the most important one, was Brian Dumbledore. And when Harry dies, he goes to the King's Cross Station, the KC station, to meet Brian Dumbledore. Just like how Loki in the TV show Loki, which is the embodiment of nature, transcends the universe and goes outside of space and time, and is defeated by Casey, who breaks his ego and shows that everything he thought about power wasn't real, and all that matters is righteousness and how much you love the people you love. And then Casey and OB and Loki, Ouroboros 33 at the bottom, OB and Casey, the acacia tree, help Loki defeat Kang the Conqueror, or the evil KC, until Loki becomes the tree of life of the acacia. What is your rising sign and moon? Taurus rising, Aquarius moon, 10th house, Taurus rising, 1st house, which puts Leo in my north node. So I closed my eyes and I tried to imagine something and just like get a little bit of my peace back, and an alien told me that I should put my headphones in. Some alien in another dimension was like, you should put your headphones in. Your sign is Libra. Metal Snake. Metal Snake is tough, because metal challenges creativity and passion, makes you feel trapped and stuck in discipline. And snake is the shedding of the skin. It's the wisest sign, but it doesn't have the power of the dragon, so that you move slowly and methodically. Libra's a good thing for that. If you don't have a strong fiery Mars or Venus, that's you're in some trouble there. For real. But as a sun sign in Libra, you're not justice. You're not bringing justice to people. You're the balance between opposing forces. Your astrology numbers are 5, or your numerology numbers are 5, 5, and 9. So you do the old way, where you add up the month, the day, and the year, which brings you to 5, 5, 10, 19, which makes you a 2 life path. Which you're like, that's the secret 11. And I don't know about all that. I know the two just means that you have a very emotional experience where it's more vivid. Because what is life but emotion and decision? And then the creation that comes from it. Do not crack, the windows are too cold. What do you... I thought I had everything. She was like, I wish you had read my comment. I didn't have all messages on, my fault. Like the Gnostic allegory of the Truman Show? Kinda. Where if you're brave enough to pay attention and use your creative energy to live in the present moment and become a co-creator of your reality with curiosity and awareness of what's going on, and you start to play the chess game of life against the creator, you can gain more knowledge and wisdom, and eventually you can have your breakthrough where you realize that how much is actually going on. And that could be, if you fail, you go to a psych ward and you get put on lithium and it destroys the stardust inside of you. But if you pass, you're in a never-ending journey of growth and individuation. And you have a whole adventure already set for you, destined, as long as you're brave enough to keep going. And you probably can fail. And that's overwhelming, because then you're like, what the fuck do? I don't know what to do. So I try to just do the most perfect thing and forget self. What up, Boone? How are you been, man? It's like 5 a.m. here. I'm sick. Do you know what a hikikomori is? Watch your fucking mouth, Shaggy. I don't know what a hikikomori is. Boone's been good, man. Cool. Boone, have you been watching for 2 years now? Has it been 2 years, bro? It's a Japanese term for a shut-in. What's a shut-in? Like a lockdown? Or like a sleepover? My face is falling apart. You're basically one? For a shut-in? You mean like an introvert or like a hermit? Did you just check? No? I haven't. Did you ever play that game? I wanted you to stream it. I wanted to watch Boone play Still Wakes the Deep. You don't have enough space, and I don't know what to delete. Probably your terabytes and terabytes of pornography, man. I don't talk to many people in real life, and I lie to everyone in my life and don't let them know who I truly am because of cowardice. When I try to find myself and my authenticity, I have beings in another dimension raping me, basically, until I forget, and those things try to burrow into my consciousness. LOL, shut up, that's not true. I don't believe you, man. You got space on your computer. You're a gamer. Why do you listen to the aliens? Do you think they mean well? Because I don't know how to do boundaries. I try to imagine a thing of light, or I say, "You're not welcome here. In the name of Jesus Christ, leave. You do not have authority over me. I don't have any obligation to speak to any of you. Leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone." And the demons would still just crawl in. My cat would freak the fuck out, freaking out, and there's just this black, cold darkness it looks humanoid, and it just crawls in through my second floor window and just crawls right up to me and attaches to my side. And then I would just have sleep paralysis for months every morning, and I couldn't break it. Even if I went out and sat in sunlight, I just saying no didn't do anything. So that's why I say they're spiritually raping me. They're raping me. They're raping me because there's just nothing I could do. Even if I ran and ran and ran and ran, it's like I was on a treadmill. Do I think the aliens mean well? I don't think they're like fans. I don't think they're like supporters or anything. But then when you can sit in the silence, the void in your heart can be filled by silence. And then you can reawaken. And then you can raise your awareness. If your body's like an instrument, you just stimulate the higher frequencies. And that's when you can get closer to your angels. But a lot of life is just uncovering all the ways that they've been fucking with you since you were born. And I don't know what those things are. But there's a plethora of beings, man. And they do help. They give me knowledge and wisdom. And they show me the people in my life and who they really are. I get experiences you wouldn't believe. Almost like God is showing off all the stuff he can do. But then I try to have aura and peace. And then as soon as I try, it's usually just there's like a reaction from the things that are trying to keep attached to me. And it says, why do you listen to the aliens? Do you think they mean well? I think the thing that has a head of a lion and wears a robe that's white and gold, I think that thing meant well. The other things I'm not totally sure about. Is a void only silence can fill. Who you are is all that's real. Alone in your city on a hill. I have heartburn, man. Uh, 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 I'm gonna leave the live going, and I'm gonna turn like this and go to sleep. I like to curl up in a ball in the back of a car, and it's nice. I swear to God, it's nice. If you've never done it, you have no idea how nice this actually is. Because you're cooped up in a fucking electric box, man. You wouldn't know how to feel the atmosphere, even if it was necessary to breathe. And there's an alien to my right out there in the woods talking to me. It's weird looking. You're weird. Leave me alone. Heavenly Father, thank you for this experience. Please allow me to not be bothered tomorrow and to get as much rest as I need. I only ask for help and to be left alone from oppressive and antagonistic. I just don't want any relationships at all except for the stuff that God appoints. It's so nice it's nice, I swear to God, it's nice. It's nice. It's nice and cozy in here. Under these blankets. It's nice. Uh-huh. So they're still watching. Good night, Casey. Good night.